Boston is a name globally recognized as an American city in Massachusetts, often portrayed as gritty on screen. It is also considered one of the oldest municipalities and was founded by Puritan settlers from Boston, Lincolnshire, UK, not just randomly named after the place. To be able to make such a journey back then would have been challenging and very costly. Back then, though, Boston, UK was a very prosperous town. With trade links to the Hanseatic League, it was second only to London as a trading port in the 13th century, a leader in wool export and a coastal fishing fleet. Since then, Boston, Lincolnshire fell on bad times and earned a terrible reputation in the media, but also in social media too. Ironically, the town became known as a gritty town, just like Boston in America. But is that all there is to Boston, UK? Bad media and being a societal pariah? I went around Boston in Lincolnshire to have a look for myself. I took photos at various times of the day, from dusk until the moon is in the sky. I began with St. Bartholomews Church, also known locally as the Stump, with its spire outlined against the sky with dawn brightening the sky slowly, and the people were starting their day, a few on foot and others by vehicle. Friendly toad smiles greeted me as I positioned myself, a mobility scooter, tripod and camera, even though it's early and cold. I had already experienced lovely service at the place we hired the mobility scooter, with advice on where to get some good spots for pictures are. The church is one of the country's largest and most significant parish churches. Inside has been preserved and restored with beautiful stained glass windows, textures and architecture. It almost looks more like a cathedral. I could have easily spent an entire day just photographing in the church. There is just so much going on visually, it was a delight. However, this isn't just about the church, even though it played a major role in the Mayflower journey and establishing parts of America. The next stop was to look at the First and Second World War memorial locally. The trees were bare and stark with winter. They were a poignant reminder of the loss many experienced. The community still pays tribute to the sacrifice the town collectively made. Traces of the war efforts are still to be seen in places around the town too, like these places where railings were cut down to be used in the war effort. There is still plenty of architecture dating back to the times when the Puritans left the country. The importance of the area historically is visible in the buildings that still exist today from that era. For those who like architecture and history, the buildings alone around the town offer much. There is a mix of old and new architecture around the town. Also, there is a mixture of culturally different shops to buy from now too, catering to the ethnic diversity that lives within the town. Boston, UK and surrounding area is fairly flat, with mainly factory, farming and land work available. It's the waterways and link to the port that allowed the area to make its wealth that time ago. The port still exists, but is no longer second to London. I found an art trail that was commissioned locally and installed in 2021. It used the old marine buoys to celebrate Boston's maritime history. They are placed around the town. The idea being, well, it is a part of a local drive to bring pride back to Boston and celebrate it. Each theme and artists, there were 6 themes. By sea and by land, by Carrie Rayshard. Leeward Bloom, Windward Bloom, by Bex Simon. Flotsam Lagan, by Joe Chapman. Boston still has a thriving community, with plenty of links maintained to its maritime and trading history, and like most areas, Boston has had its up and downs. However, the community is strong, not content to sit back and allow the town's historical and unique importance to pale behind bad press and reputation. With community-led projects and like-minded people taking the lead, the original Boston is still going strong and celebrating its uniqueness historically.